Hi there, it's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts. Thank you for joining me again today. I have a rather different project for you today. It has been an age since I did any scrapbooking. I mean, when I say an age, probably the best part of a year, and yet scrapbooking is actually my crafting passion. So I thought I would share a scrapbook page with you today. So I have got various bits ready, and then I'm going to show you how I've put it together. So I've got, for my background, and I'm doing 12 by 12 because for me that is what scrapbooking is. And I have to say, I'm really sorry. No 12 by 12 scrapbooking in the new annual catalogue. So if you want any 12 by 12 scrapbooking supplies, so the album, the page protectors, you need to get those now. We will still have 12 by 12 card and we will still have 12 by 12 paper, but not 12 by 12 scrapbooks. So you have been warned. So I've got a piece of soft seafoam card as my background, and then I'm going to pop this piece of Timeless Tropics paper over the top. It's a, oops, just trying to pick it up. It's a wonderful, Tropical Oasis. It's a lovely, bright, absolutely sherbety tropics set of papers, but equally it's got some really lovely plain backgrounds. And for me, this is a plain rather than you could call it a solid, but it's rather than this I would call patterned, this I would call plain. So the first thing I'm going to do is to adhere this to my 12 by 12 piece. I've cut this piece, I've cut a ½ inch off each side, or off each of two sides I should say. So it's going to have a nice border of the soft seafoam across or around the sides, and I'm using snail, which again is going to be retiring but replaced with an improved adhesive. There's going to be 2 new adhesive runners, and so yes, apparently they are going to be amazing. So that is my background down. My photo, I really should show you that, is this one. I took this just a few days ago. It's one of the apple trees in our orchard. It was a beautiful summer's day, and I managed to get, using my camera phone actually, this lovely out of focus background, but the really nice crisp blossom just about to break through as the foreground element. And I'm using lots of scraps, which is always a good thing to do. So this is from the Silhouette papers, the Sia Silhouette papers, and it's I've just kind of picked up the blue from the sky a little bit, and I'm just trying to be slightly careful about the paper, because in fact I'm going to move that to that side for the moment. I've done something with it which I must show you what I've done, but it needed to dry so that I could do this once it was dry. So this, my photo is 4 by 6 cut down a wee bit. So my photo mat is 4 by 6. It's slightly wider than I want, but that's fine, because I'm going to be tucking some of it underneath another piece anyway. So that is that. So what have I done with this? I don't know if yes it is. I have just splattered some champagne mist shimmer paint across it, just to lighten it a little bit. The main part is going to be over here, so this I wanted to have a bit of kind of stuff on it. Stuff being a scientific word. This is a piece of the same paper but the reverse side, so and again it's just to mirror that blue of the sky, which was amazing on that particular day. And I'm just going to put my adhesive at each end and down the middle, and as I say, this is just a scrap. It's roughly, and I mean roughly, I haven't measured it, 2 by 12. It is a full 12 inches, that I do know, but it is just roughly 2 by 12, and that I'm just going to have just in from the side here, just there. And then this, once I've got everything else on, it's going to tuck underneath, which is why I don't mind that this is slightly wider than I really want. So that's going to tuck under there because I wanted this to be thinner. So let me show you the other bits that I have got, or rather that I've sort of got ready. So I've got, again, these are scraps. So this is from Tropical Oasis. This is from Tropical Oasis. This is from Perennial Essence, but it's this side that I want. This is from the Pressed Petals. And what I want is just some strips. Now, what I tend to do is, when I've done a rough layout, I take a photograph so I can see kind of where I'm heading, because the next thing you have to do, of course, is lift everything up. So I'm just going to pop these down, and again, I'm not putting a huge amount of adhesive on because I don't want them stuck down as if their life depends on it, and I will be trimming some of them down a bit. So this one I don't want this long, so I'm just going to take a pair of snips and cut into it like that. And it's not exactly straight, but it's good enough. And this now means I've got this as a rough guide for where to cut everything else. So the next one I want on is my Perennial Essence, and again I'm going to cut it at roughly the same length but not exactly. So we'll go there and pop that down, and I want this down a bit, and then of course at the bottom it's going to look as if it's down a lot. Then the next piece is the Tropical Oasis again, and again I'm going to bring back in my guide, and this time I'm going to cut it slightly shorter and pop this down. Oops, just try to find some just pop that down, and then again Tropical Oasis, and I'll take a piece off. It's about the same length as my original piece, and pop that down. Now, even though snail does have a bit of a reputation for not being the single most adhesive, because this is going into a scrapbook, it doesn't matter because it's going to be held together by the scrapbook as much as anything. And then this is going in under there, and actually that's about where I want it, so that's good. So let's again add adhesive to the back of that and tuck it in under there. Like that. Now I've got I had one of the cards, no, ready cut out. I've done the fussy cutting. And now I've lost it. Okay, I'm sure I can find it again if I have a quick, oh, buried it under, no I didn't. I thought I'd buried it under a sticker, but I haven't. I think I have a spare. So this is one of the Tropical Oasis Memories and More cards. I'm scouring my workspace to find where I've hidden the one that I fussy cut. It really doesn't matter because I think I've got a spare of the one that I wanted, but it's just slightly annoying that I had actually prepped. Oh well, but these are really nice. Let me find the bit that I had left so I can, right, so I'm looking for that one. I'm looking for that one. See, if I fussy cut it again, I'll find the one I was looking for. But yes, these are great for cards. They're great for scrapbooks, memories and more, obviously. But as I say, I'm going to use it for a full scrapbook. And it's this piece that I want that I now can't find. So I'm just very quickly, she says, scouring her desk, going to cut this out. And I know some of you get really worried about fussy cutting. It is just practice. I can't really say more than that. If I've worked out my videos in the right order, you'd think I'd written them down in my planner. Maybe not. There may be a Top Tip Tuesday on fussy cutting just before this, but I've had a bit of a doolally week or so. We've had a few issues with YouTube and stuff, and on top of all the coronavirus family issues that we've been having, by which I just mean, I know what, I even wrote on it. This is annoying now. I wrote on it. And I cannot for the life of me think where I've put it. No, 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 no. Okay, well, I will be writing on it again. And for that, I will be using one of our journaling pens. My suspicion is that wherever my original of this is where my journaling pen is. And I've just noticed I haven't done a particularly wonderful job of getting rid of the dark edge there. So if I can find my journaling pen, I will... No, that's my journaling pen. Oh well, the best laid plans. So I will write on that off camera, and then I will then I'll photograph it with it in, and that's going to go kind of there. And then the date I'm going to probably just tuck down at the bottom. This is a very old stamp that I've kept because I like date stamps, because I do scrapbooking. So the photo was taken on the 19th of this month, and that was part of the story that I'd written, because it was extraordinarily early for us to have such good weather. So that's just going to pop down there. This I will add there, just in case I can find my original. I'll have that there. And then there are stickers in the journaling, in the Memories and More pack. And I actually want this, I want to put Enjoy, because I want that and that, because this is the wrong colour. I want Enjoy, but I want it on a label that hasn't got exotic fruit on it. So I'm just going to pull this off, take out the centre of the Y, and then just pop that on there. Get rid of that, which is now of course going to stick to my finger. Peel this off, and then with my sticky scissors, trim that, stick that back because I may find a use for that. And then this I'm going to pop, I think I'm going to have that up there, and again I'm going to just tuck it in a wee bit, and actually just under a wee bit as well. I think just as a very slight angle is what I want. And then I think I might use some of these hearts just to sort of splatter. So am I off the screen? Don't think so. So I can have a heart. No, I think I'll have my heart there. And a yellow one. Might have the yellow one just there actually. And then blue just there. And I've got a nice little cluster of 3. If you know me, I like my clusters of 3. Although I'm now thinking I might want the darker blue down there, but it's fine actually. Let's see if I can. These are very good stickers, just saying. Got it. Okay, so I really want this darker blue because then that will help bring the dark down. So that's that. And then I want a little cluster round here as well. Which I might go just there. And then I want another of the kind of redder ones. I could be really cheesy and put that on top of the J, which I think I will, because I feel like being cheesy. And then the yellow, just to bring that up as well, you can have just maybe I'll just pop it off here a bit, in which case I'll take it a little bit more and a little bit down. And then what I might bring in are some of the lovely lipstick dots from, in fact I could do lovely lipstick and Call Me Clover, possibly. Although then it goes really nicely with this, but not so nicely with the red that is actually real red. So that probably isn't the answer. But what I could add in are some sequins. Ooh, or are any of those going to work? I like the green. And I like the Coastal Cabana, and actually I quite like the Melon Mambo or whatever it is. I can't remember what it is, but I quite like that because it's got the glitter, it changes colour a bit. So I think I'm going to go that way. Okay, so we'll have one down there, and one, no, I want a bigger one. One up here, and then this one maybe just there, and then Coastal Cabana, which definitely works because we've got Coastal Cabana in the mix. I have one there, and I'm trying to get triangles, so one there. I could have one just there, and then one back down here again. That, I think, I'm going to call a day. As I say, I'll put my journaling here, unless I can find the one that I did earlier. And then I'll take a photograph, and that will be a fairly simple scrapbooking page. So I hope you enjoyed that as a change. Do remember that the retiring list is live, so if you want any pattern paper, now is the moment to get it. And the snail is going, so that's something else to have a look at. And also the 12 by 12 scrapbooking stuff. I will list that both below and over on my website, so do take a look at those and stock up now, as they say. Thank you very much indeed for joining me. As I say, I hope you've enjoyed a slightly different project from me today. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you've got any questions or comments, please leave those in the description, in the comments below the description bar. and I look forward to seeing you again very soon.